Today, we're going to learn how to play Tychus. Are you ready?
Now it's coward killing time!
That is how you play Tychus. This is the Heroes of the Storm Heroic Spotlight, and today we're looking at Tychus, the notorious outlaw.
Here's how this is gonna work. I spray, you pray.
Pop quiz, everyone. What is the coolest, manliest gun around? The shotgun. Duh. But what gun causes even more havoc than that? The minigun. Yeah! Just look at that magnificent monster. It's all over the place in movies and games, and you know why? Because just holding one makes people happy. Look at that face. That is a happy man. Now, why do I bring this up? Because to know Tychus, to really get to know him, you have to know the gun behind the man. So let's take a look. As you might guess, minigun is Tychus' D. When activated, his basic attacks will deal damage to heroes equal to 2% of their maximum health. Max health damage on his freaking passive. That's insane! This ability helps cement Tychus in a solid role as a tank buster, and even if various patches and nerfs have detracted from this role, he still fills it nicely. Naturally, you can also buff it further through various talents, but even on its own, this ability really shines. Now, some people could make the argument that since this ability only works against heroes, its use is limited. You can't lane, or clear camps, or even push towers with it. But those people don't understand that you have a fucking minigun. Why the hell are you off doing camps when there are all these beautiful targets to shoot at? Remember, kids, winners don't do camps. Winners secure kills. I should probably mention that, right up until this video, I didn't even own Tychus. Like, the last time I'd even looked at him was maybe 2 years ago? I mean, maybe that's why this guy is so pissed at me. But we still won, so damned if I know. Your Q is overkill, and this is going to be the bread and butter with this guy. Tychus adopts a strafing style to his fighting, able to move and advance while locked onto a target. It's similar to a channel, but you can still use abilities throughout it. During the duration, he inflicts high damage on its primary target, as well as lower splash damage to things around him. Now, because of its high damage output, you'll be using this ability all the time. It's essentially where all your mana is going to go, which is fine because Tychus' kit isn't that mana heavy to begin with. This might be one of the few times I don't advise moderation. If you see someone getting low, run them down and secure that kill. With the right talents, this ability will practically do all the work for you. You know, it's interesting, but according to the wiki page, Tychus was supposed to have a cigar, but it was cut to spare the game's ratings in certain regions. I'm pretty sure we have heroes in this game who literally harvest the blood from their victims, and ones that are entirely walking bags of gore and viscera. But this angry bastard gets the censor bar? Seriously? The cigar is in his damn trailer! Frag Grenade is Tychus' W. He throws out a small bomb that deals moderate damage and knocks enemies away a short distance. Now, a lot of people use this to secure kills, and with good reason. It deals surprisingly good burst damage and will generally do the job pretty well. But well, sometimes doesn't cut it, and if they slip away, you'll only have yourself to blame. Instead, I recommend using this to push them back into your overkill range. Since you can throw it past nearby enemies, especially if you buff its range, you can better control an enemy's movement. What's more, since this ability causes a knockback, it can be used to break channeled abilities like Gul'dan's Life Drain, and allow you to escape easier. But that's only if you plan to escape, and you're playing a walking, talking, cigar-losing minigun with legs. Escape should not be in your vocabulary. But in case it is, this guy still has you covered. Even if you are being a bit. Run and Gun is Tychus' final basic ability, and it might just be the most simplistic, plain, ordinary ability in the entire game. When you use this, you dash. That's it. It's right there in the description. Dash a short distance. I mean, what the hell do you want me to say about it? That's as basic as it gets. Your E is meant to be your escape, at least in theory. But I look at this and I see possibilities instead. Your level 1 talents all add to it, giving it some kind of new boost. But in my opinion, Press the Advantage wins out over the rest. It gives you a boost to your auto attack range for 3 seconds. And more importantly, something that your opponents might not expect. Here's what I mean. With the meta as it is right now, almost every match starts with a big team fight in the middle lane. I have no idea when this trend started, I just run with it. But when it happens, hang back. Wait for an ally to give you vision and watch for one of those squishy back row heroes to get greedy, and then pounce. Dash out and kick off your overkill, and when they scramble to get away, throw your bomb behind them to push them even closer to you. Between overkill's crazy damage, the bomb, and your increased range, they'll be Swiss cheese in seconds. Now naturally, this makes for a very risky playstyle, but you're goddamn Tychus. You're MLG Pro just for picking him. Look at that dance! Oh yeah, Blizzard knows what's up. That brings us to his heroics, and like with a lot of heroes, Tychus has a couple of doozies. We'll start with the Draken Laser Drill. Tychus summons a massive energy drill to attack enemies, dealing damage every second it's tethered to one. You can redirect as needed, but holy damn does this thing ever help. Drop it in the middle of a team fight or an objective and just watch those squishies flee. It can be so damn satisfying to nail the enemy support with this, and even if you're too caught up fighting to redirect it, the laser will just find another target on its own. Now the downside is this, it has its own health bar, and that means your enemies can, and probably will, destroy it, so placement is key. Now naturally this heroic shines brighter on specific maps. If you find yourself having to move around the map a lot, and teamfighting isn't ever confined to one big location or objective, maybe rethink the drill. But in some cases, it can be exactly what you need. But when the drill isn't up to snuff, that's when you bring in the big guns. Commandeer Odin summons a massive war mech for Tychus to pilot for 23 seconds. Well, that's a weird fucking number. While inside the mech, Tychus' basic abilities change and become stronger. His attacks gain new strength, his range is increased, and he even gains a passive armor buff as well. Now that's a lot to take in, so we'll try to make this simple. Your abilities don't really change that much. Essentially, they just become stronger variations of what they already do. Overkill becomes Annihilate, and fires cannons in a straight line in front of him, dealing moderate damage to everything hit. The Frag Grenade becomes Ragnarok Missiles, which launches a volley of explosives at a target area, dealing damage as well as slowing enemies by 30% for 2 seconds. If you choose to spec for it, this ability can also be buffed to add nukes into the volley, adding even more to its damage output. And finally, Running Gun becomes Thrusters. You dash. Again. Now, word of warning about the Odin. The mech is not a shield. It is not a second health bar. If you're killed inside of it, you still die. I don't know why I kept thinking otherwise, but that's not how it works. So, try to be smarter than me, okay? So all in all, Tychus is a blast to play. You just have to be aggressive. He really brings a lot to team fights, even in the hands of a complete novice, and with the right setup he can be a damn beast. He's still a great tank buster, as I said before, but with a lot of heroes gaining passive armor in the newer patches, he has fallen off somewhat, but not for a second when I count him out. Besides, he's like 4,000 gold. Who else are you gonna buy with that? Uther?
By the holy light!
Alright, another spotlight down. Thank you guys so much for watching, I really appreciate it. Seriously, you have no idea. If you like this video, be sure to let me know in the comments below, and share it around with anyone who might be interested. It's always uplifting to turn a few heads with these things. As always, I'm looking for suggestions on which hero to cover next, and to those who suggested Tychus after the last spotlight, hey, this one's for you. Be sure to follow me on Facebook and Twitter for more updates, and if you're ever down for a game, drop me a message. But until next time, I'll see you in the Nexus.